Hello, greetings, wonderful viewers, wherever you are. Welcome to Atlantic TV, the home of TV Revolution. As always, we are located in the little smiling coast, the Gambia we love so much. And again, our studios right here at the West Coast region side of Gambia, that is Farato, Kombosar. My name is Bakary, Manneh, fondly called Big Sam, the host of this program called Sports 360 Live on Atlantic TV, right here at the Gambia. And of course, we bring you many disciplines in this platform, of course, and yeah, most of it is the sports that we love so much that have the huge follower, which is football. And today we're going back to grassroots football, or if you like, community football, that is Nawetan. Well, with me today is somebody that is known in, of course, the sporting arena as a stakeholder, as a leader, and you name it, of course, both football, wrestling, etc. My guest today is no other than, of course, the one and only, the famous Ebrima Marong, fondly called Marong, and widely known as Honorable, the chairman of Sunchu Alagie Sports Committee. Marong, after being so while, welcome to Atlantic TV Sport 360 for the first time.
Big Sam, we're saying big thank you for the invitation. It is one of the first, I think, we are sitting live. Yeah. You have been very helpful for the past years, and every final we have, we do communicate, and then you will make voices run over, and then sometimes, you know, call interview whilst you are on your programs. Yeah. So we are very grateful. Okay. Yeah, so we are happy to be here and saying thank you to all the viewers for the time.
Thank you. That's Marong, Honorable, we call him, right here with me on Atlantic TV. That is Sport 360 Live, only on Atlantic TV. Maybe before we start, you can greet your family, your friends, and maybe...
Yeah, so probably like a sport administrator, what I'll just do is first grade the managers, especially those who made it to the finals, to the semi-finals. Last weekend, a week before last was the league final, and we are preparing for another final, which was the knockout. The change is as a result of so many things. But we are greeting the managers, the football fans around Costa Road area. They are the ones, you know, I always tell them when they say, thank you, President, for A, B, or C, you know, I'll always return it to them because it's a collective responsibility. It's just like a car. If there's no tire, you know, the car wouldn't move, even if the engine is new. So we are, everybody in the stakeholder is important, from the fans to managers to the teams, referees, and the security at large. So we are saying thank you to all of you. Salute. The family, I might not, because they are not happy about what I do. Oh.
But we still say thank you to the family, yeah, and hi to all of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, before we start, normally in football, or maybe in the game, you know, we have the knockout first before the league. But why the why the
league and the knockout later? Yeah, the reason is, like I said, in our community, I think the first thing we worked on was talking to the people that football brings unity. So, but then it is not the type of tournaments you have in Birkama or probably Sarakunda, is wherein you have fixed teams in the Nawetan. Sometimes you have a team that will participate this year, the following year they couldn't make it. So you tend to bring in new teams.
But why the league and Marong? I'm confused.
Yeah,
I don't understand where you're driving at.
Yeah, I want to bring it to that.
The question is simple.
Yeah.
Why we don't see the knockout and then the league? But
yeah, the reason is rooted to that. Okay. That teams come in and out. Okay. Now, for the fact that the teams you have been organizing for the years past, they understand football is about unity. But then because there's change and some teams come in new, they tend to bring in issues that have not been usual with the teams that are old. If a team newly just joined your tournament, they don't see the issue as just football bringing unity. They need to be groomed into that state. And this is the reason why the league all the teams that qualify for the semi-final, we are all teams and community-based within Sunchu Alagie and Sunchu Sori. They understand that the football is not about rivalism, it's not about fighting. So they played until the final, no security, no problem. We already know that the league winners, the league finalists are Team A and Team B.
Okay, then.
But the teams that went to the semi and they are new, even though they went to the semi out of 32 teams, they still now, tend to be violent. And then because of that, there was a delay in the games. And then because the final was already set, and this delay, anytime you want to bring it out to say, okay, we are rescheduling the game on so day, one of the teams that are supposed to play will have a third division qualifier very close. Our priority as a grassroots sports, we want those teams to graduate from Nawetan to divisional. We cannot be a hindrance to their success in the qualifier. And thank God, not all of them were able to qualify, but one did. And so that's the last cancellation we did. If we had played those games earlier, the knockout would have played early. But then I decided to say, okay, then with the promotion we did for the league, we can no more bring anything in between. So let the knockout move. And after all, final is just a final. No final is small.
And now we have the league, knockout final.
No final is going to be on the 8th. And then funnily, our knockout final is bigger than a lot of league stake. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. The winner prize for our knockout is bigger than a lot of league winners in the whole area.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're
awesome. We'll come to that.
So that's
Marong Honorable is a stakeholder and of course the chairman of the Sunchu Alagie Sports Committee. Everywhere people go, somebody comes and say, oh, that's Marong. Everybody says, honorable. Actually, who is Ebrima Marong? Break it down for it, because I want my viewers to know who we are talking to. So who is Ebrima Marong?
Yeah.
Fondly and widely known as Honorable.
Yeah, the Honorable stems up from my senior school days. Yeah, Honorable. Everybody calls me Honorable because I choose to be called Honorable.
But born where, etc. We want to know about that.
So that is where the name stem up, and all colleagues call me Honorable Marong from my high school days in St. Augustine's. Yeah, but I am born and bred up in Ibo Town, Serakunda, transferred. The funny thing also is this brother here is known to be somebody from Costa Road, as everyone know.
Yeah.
They know me to be somebody, a native of Sunchu Alagie, where I never lived. Wow. Yes, I never lived in Sunchu Alagie, and I don't have a compound in Sunchu Alagie. My compound is based in Kunkujang. So Demba is my president, then Kunkujang. Because my compound is situated in Kunkujang. All my livings, I've lived in Nema, I've lived in Sunchu Balea, I've lived in Sunchu Sori. These are all many years I spent in each of these villages. From when I came from Ibo Town. I spent a lot of time in all these villages. I'm telling you, Nema Kunku, I was living around the central mosque. And in Sunchu Balea, I was living behind the school for a long time. Currently around, I don't want to name the name of the person that is currently living. Yes, I was living there for many years. Sunchu Sori, I lived in different places for many years before finally shifting to where I am now, my permanent resident in Kunkujang. Yeah, but in Sunchu Alagie, I have never spent a year inside any compound. I have not been living there. Wow. I think if I spend nights, it will be few with friends. But that is not a permanent resident. But then, because all the people I move with, they are living in Sunchu, I have been also into sports in that area. And then, I know football doesn't have a boundary.
No, never.
Yeah, because at some point I know we had issues, he's not from here, he cannot be a sport administrator. But then at the time of King Koli, who was at the time the regional president, he said football don't have a boundary. It's apolitical. It doesn't matter where you come from. So long as you are a stakeholder and you have a passion for this, and then you are elected by the stakeholders. So that is how it is.
A little bit on the education background.
Educationally, I was a student. I started from nursery, but I went to school very late.
Okay.
Yeah, because even I can remember my next sibling was even senioring me. That's my sister next to me.
Okay.
I was an Arabic student because my grandfather always wanted me to learn the Quran.
Yeah.
So my uncle, who was taken to Ndar at the time, we were supposed to go together, but I was sick, I couldn't. So he went. He later completed. He was there and teaching students. He is now back. We look alike so much. He's my uncle. So, but then later, because
which nursery school do you know?
Yeah, I went to Sang Advanced Nursery.
Then
to Sunchu Primary. Like I told you, I was living in Sunchu then from Sunchu I went to LK. From LK, I went to St. Augustine's. From St. Augustine's, I sat for a year. Then later again to college. I did HTC, Biology and Agric after. I was teaching at Charles Jau as a trainee, then later to St. Teresa's, where I had the department for science for many years. Then I later went to Gambia, to the University of the Gambia. I studied again Biology and Agric again.
Okay.
Then when I was done, I teach again for the mission for a year. Then I left. I was into money transfer business before going back to Charles Jau last February. And finally, I am now teaching with a new school in Birkama here. In Birkama, yeah, for the first time. So you know, when my first coming to Birkama, I got lost.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. When I was in grade 8 or 9, I just joined the bus, come to Birkama. And you don't know. So he took me to the school there.
The Transgambia.
Yeah.
Kabafita.
What's the school, that school with a lot of athletes? Bottrop. Yeah. So they park at Bottrop. Yes. So I was in a haste to see a friend in Mingdao. Okay. I thought going continuously that highway was I'm coming back to Mingdao. Because of a small forest was passed, I think, when we were going. When I was going, I saw a forest. Exactly. So I thought that forest was this forest I passed. You passed. So I was walking. Anybody I break, he said, no, you need to go to Birkama before you go to Farad. I said, no. I am from Birkama. Yeah. So I keep going. I look for mangoes. I ate on the way until I finished that village where Kemuje. After Kemuje.
Mandinaba. No matter you were dead.
After Kemuje. Yeah. All the mangoes I was given, they all finished, brother. I felt like so I had to pay $15 in order to come back to Birkama.
And then back to
yeah.
So now you are in Sateba.
Now I am teaching in Sateba.
Anyway, fair enough. Let's move on. We know you are a stakeholder in football now. How did Marong get into football administration, or let's go?
Yeah, football administration is funny because at my compound nobody plays football. Okay. Nobody do any other kind of sports. I personally have not been a player, nor have I played for any team. But I've been always with friends. The time we were training, we would run and go to brewer round once or twice. I do all that. Okay. But when it comes to football, because I'm not a good player, I just, even if we are 10, I can play. Okay. Just to add up the number, fill the gap. If it is 11, I am the 12th person, you don't need to pick. I'm just going out. Yeah, I know that it's not my way. And even now, you cannot make me play for Olans, you cannot make me play for Warga. Night football, no. It's not my way.
So how do you get into that?
But I want to believe it is a way that we can also participate in national development, because the misconception about football into the minds of a lot of old people is Tulu Fengole. It's a plaything.
It's a plaything.
Yeah, they don't even want villages to cater for a land for football field. Yeah. They see the millions to make it a compound than to make it a playground. And this is why fields have been string until at some point no reserve is left in a community. Yeah, so but I believe this is an area somebody can engage young people and you can keep them away from the street. Not only that, but you can also make them know each other. Players tend to be one another, another's keeper. It is only in football, you see one team play 2 days, 3 days. It's like you have known each other for a long, long time.
So is that why you get into it?
I just get into it so that I can participate in a quota that the talent young people can get in football can pay dividend, and they should be able to produce the likes of Sadio Manneh, Minte. There are players in the Gambia who were better than Minte.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe.
It is now that players travel outside for contracts more than any other time in the history of the Gambia.
Yeah.
So, in fact, I want to believe football can be absorbing more than government can absorb.
Of course.
So then it is just what we need is let the structures be in, let the people be capacitized to be able to take care of these students. And then these players too, you cannot just be anybody to be their coaches. You cannot be a coach, you know, Kungo Mantara Betayari, or you smoking whilst you are training young kids, or you smoke weed before you come in. You need to be a role model. You know that this is a trade of its own. You need to be capacitized, you need to get documentation, you know, train yourself, and then you help them. They should be able to help their families, themselves, and the country at large.
But it should be with you because they're looking up at you.
They have to get somebody who should be a role model. You, the coach, should be a role model. You should be somebody they should listen to. You should be somebody that could make a change in somebody's life. So, and that is what we want to do, and then we are doing it the best we can. And even as an administrator in football, we don't get trainings from maybe GFF or regional bodies. But that doesn't stop us. At my level, if I tell you a village committee has trained more than 100 coaches within my tenure, in which the registration fee will either be $50 or $200, when the actual fee is about $1,500 for you to register to the association or coaches association. We even went further to say, you know, if a coach has a basic certificate and you want to do D-lancing, we can contribute 50% of your payment to be able to get your D-lancing. Because the more you get coaches that are trained, the more they get these kids off the street. And then the possibility becomes higher for somebody to become something. It's not just about education,
That's a real role model. Moving on, as the president of Sunchu Alagie Sports, what is Honorable's day-to-day, or what is your activity? What is your work as a capacity of this?
Yeah, as the president, what I do is, when I came in as a president of the sports committee, before my becoming a president, somebody was there. And those people, you know, they are our elders. But what happened was, at some point they felt they were being disrespected when kids that are disrespecting them are age mates to their sons. So they are no more coming back as committee members. Okay. So I first have to pursue them, go to their compound, talk to them, persuade them so they can come back. But they felt like it was a decision made that I cannot be here sacrificing and kids insulting me who are age mates to my sons, or my sons are even older than them. So they left. So at one point, I just decided to call teams, organize a short tournament of about 8 teams. I believe that time Sunchu was not having many teams. They went to final. I tried to coordinate with the current press officer at the State House, Mamadou Jallo. He brought GRTS, and it was big. No fighting from the starting to the ending. Awesome. Because I do a lot of talking, even if it means I have to come to where you are to say, people say you are the problem. You know, prove them wrong. That if you come, you can support, one-on-one. And I tell you, the success of this relies on you. And then I realized that I start coping with people who were very troublesome. They insult referees also. I started seeing that things doesn't work that way anymore. Also, to back myself up, I tried to get about 3, at the time, high-ranking military officers inside the committee. You know, you don't just roast them anyhow because you get beaten. One of them was a Navy police. The other 2 were MPs at the time at the State Guard. So military police and Navy police were all part of that. So then I was just the one inside who you can beat, but then I have people. Yes, sometimes they're free to even go with pistols at the, at their back all the time next to them. So you're already afraid of them by just without a gun. Talk less of if they have it. And that was also in Jammeh's time.
Nobody can have a cigarette in.
So if they tell you the brother is a State Guard officer, you see him with those motorbikes.
You know.
No, you don't. So the game played and it was successful. I'm greeting him, Sira, Ramu and Sar. They were all part of the team, and one brother, Jobalai, who is now into beach soccer as a referee. So these were people I worked with. When it was successful, so some other individuals now initiated to form a well-established sport committee in Sunchu. I choose to back out because I have a team that I was part of. But after those people's tenure and the dormancy for about 3-4 years again, I was called by another group of people that we should come together, call the elders. If they want to continue, we work with them. If they don't, they step aside, we take it up.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I declined. They said, no, we need you to be working with us. So we did that, and majority of them declined, only to join us. We were working with them. But with a short time, they left, and there was no head. I said, hey, you know what? If you don't have a head, we don't have a direction. If we are all taking small portfolios and the big position, which is the presidency, is not given to any one of us, things doesn't work. If anybody among us needs it, take it. If you don't, give it to me, let me lead. And then that is how I become the chairman. And then things started working. I took up the role with $700. And then, you know, God bless us, you know, things have moved gradually to thousands, to hundreds, to 200s, and then, you know, we are financially, we made the place strong. I took up also as the ground was just an ordinary ground, no fencing, nothing, but I was able to, under my leadership, you know, fence the field, keep extending the fence until now, you know, shows can be played in, you know, and I was able to also facilitate a dressing room, 15 meters by 5, plus an office there, fans, current. In my leadership also, we were able to get water, build toilets, you know, so yeah, I think if you go there, you know that,
the role as honorable.
Yes,
this is the man called honorable. That's a great role. Well, altogether, what can you tell us about sports, especially football in general in Sunchu, Alagie?
Yes, you know,
tell them the camera.
Yeah, but what I can tell you is, you know, Costa Road is a home of talent. It's not just Sunchu, Alagie. You know, before Sunchu, Alagie was what it is, Weringara used to be one of the main playing centers. You know, at some point, Kunkujang also is a main playing center. You know, just like I told you, a team qualified from Sunchu Balia. Sunchu Balia was producing national team players, just like Weringara. Sunchu also was producing. There's hardly a team that will play in the Gambia national team without a Costa Road player in
it. Yeah.
More than 2 or more than 1. So that is always, every call-up, we have players. For example, the goalkeeper, Ebrima will not miss. Ebrima is from Costa Road. Raul, sometimes he do miss. Ebrima Singate, he's from Kunkujang. So you can see, we have been producing players from under categories.
Okay.
Anytime they call, we will have player there. But then the structures were not there. So with our initiative that, you know, we can be as a village committee, have a fence, it was an inspiration to all the sport committees around. And I have seen now, Jabang have fenced their football field. Kunkujang have fenced their football field. Nema has fenced their football field. Wherever I think they were sponsored to do that. But the just ordinary village committee facilitating to fence a whole football field, that should be starting from us. But all Yundum and Weringara were all sponsored and they get a fencing. But when we started fencing as a village committee, I realized that, you know, all the villages around, you know, they're doing it and it's working. Even right now, Sunchu Sori have started fencing, you know, through supports they are getting also from the ministry and through the area council. Yeah, but we were taking it from our own initiative, writing to people, you know, go and talk to people, tete-a-tete, you know, and then they were able to support with few amount. We started with Mama Kante, he started with some amount, we started with that. Then later we went to Abad Drame, Musa Drame's younger brother, the Minister of Trade, I think, no, fisheries now, before was lands.
Yeah.
So we talked to people, we've lobbied. So this has shown, and when you give us, we publicize it. The transparency also was there. We don't go alone. If you are giving us, we take presentation and photos. Then we talk to our stakeholders that we have received this.
Exactly.
If we are implementing, we will video, we take photos and show them that this is the implementation from funds A and B we got. We don't only stop at there. We do annual general meetings with our stakeholders, tell them this is how much we have made, this is how much is left. So even the account we took over from, we closed that account because 700 is not money. The bank will take it out.
Someone that passes leave you a small one.
That so we open our new accounts, and then we are able to be presenting a financial report to our stakeholders yearly. To make things transparent and accountable.
But talent-wise,
the place is perfect, and then the football is definitely developing, as it stands. And then to tell you that, teams from Wiringara, Nema that are playing Serakunda have been making it to finals, winning cup, because the team that is from Sunchu is DBO. They stood for 2 finals in Serakunda East. That's not small. That's just about 2-3 years ago. Blue Stars have been doing that. Currently, we have another team from Kunkujang that also joined the ranks. Birkama this year, a team from Sunchu Jolakunda have qualified, and they are doing very well. The team play, so last year they came, they win 5 games and couldn't make it. This year they came and then they are able to qualify. That means they win about 6 games again consistently. From last year and this year, they won continuously 10 matches in qualifiers.
Let's move on. Your last final, I definitely fell in love with it. The preparation, the crowd, the dignitaries. I mean, people. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, plus still is our relationship. Like I tell you, I believe that the preparation was best. We make sure every year what we do, the next year we try to adjust. We don't want to rush it, but we want to do it gradual. So this is why we take things step by step. What we do a year, the following year we try to improve on that. Exactly. And that is our strength. This year we are able to bring in new things. We were able to also invite dignitaries, and they respected our call.
Talk to them. I want them to learn from Marong. Marong, face the camera, tell them. Okay,
the reason why we call and then they answered. Imagine, not all the dignitaries we call in fact came. But imagine you, a village Navetan, you call and you get the presence of the president of GNOC. That's big. By Dudu Jalo. We're saying thank you, sir. And then we wishing you all the best in your new leadership. You call JFF, and the 2 executive members from JFF was present, the Secretary General and Auntie Arenja, who is also part of the executive, the 7 executive members. So if Bakary Kejame did not come, we will not blame him, because we feel, you cannot bring the whole GFF also.
The GSL is something.
Yeah, so you have the General Secretary, you have Auntie Arenja, that was fine. And then the minister also being present, the highest authority in football administration. That was also out. Not only that, the director of National Sport Council couldn't make it. He sent the director of communication. That is Sarah Kamara. So that means National Sport Council representation was also present. The only thing is we also wanted to have the West Coast chairperson in the midst of the people, but unfortunately Bakary Bojang couldn't make it, because I felt if you have the highest authority, that's the minister, you have National Sport Council, you have GFF, I would have loved to also have my region. I don't see any rep that comes from the regional body, and that was not something I would have really loved. But then we have other finals. I believe they are still invited, because they are the highest authority in football, and then these kids, when they play in final, this is their biggest event. They need to see people that represent them to be present, because those are their biggest and most joyous moment. So we definitely will love to see.
That was a success story.
Yeah, so it was definitely.
I was there. Atlantic
and then
meanwhile was
not only that, for the first time we sold tickets for $50.
Wow.
We have never sold tickets for 50.
Rohi Malik Lo was there.
Rohi Malik Lo Burbanjul was the chief guest. I am telling you. This is why I said I was even feeling bad, because the dignitaries could not, fit in the stage that was prepared by JFF. We are thanking Pasule for, through Bakary, that helped to get us the stage. But my dignitaries couldn't fit there. That some have to step back, and some were absent.
That was remarkable.
That was really. And then I hope to see the same number, because this final coming, we invite the technical director, and he gave assurance that he will be coming. Masane, the CEO, Sandong. Okay. Masane, the CEO of Medina, he gave assurance that he will be trying to make it up. We have Habib Nyasi, Madam Raki Jallo, You know, we also have the likes of Dr. Baji, you know, from Fonyi, the Fat Festival.
Doctor.
Doctor is also one of those that we invited. So we have a list of dignitaries.
And that was a success story.
The league was a success, and we are hoping, you know, even if the knockout is going to be bad, let it look like the league.
The league.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say, if I am not old enough, I was going to say, Marong, what Marong can pull, I cannot see. Even the whole region, I've been the head of the media for West Coast region. I mean, the crowd, the dignitaries I saw in that final, to be honest, that's something. We commend you, and you, like you always said, with your team, because they are the driving force. Before we go, Marong, I want you to, this is the nucleus of my program, and I want you to face the camera and tell them, what will be your most important message to the viewers out there?
To the viewers,
will it have to be with administration or anything? Let's hear from you.
Yes, you know, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. Right now, you know, in football also, sometimes when things are looking good, they give praises. Whenever success comes, it has many parents. Now, things have been moving slowly. We have get to a level that everybody accepts that we have made football in the area or in the village at least to another level. From the prize monies to the organization to the structures that are available, all is exceptional and top-notch thanks to the team that I worked with. And they are doing extremely well. And these are voluntary services. So all we will want is, you know, the whole of the region can come together. I am also pleading with the regional zonal committee. Let them consider Costa Road. Costa as a zone is very big, and it has over 14 villages. I am pleading with the zonal committee. If there's any possibility of them trying to increase the number of zonal teams. Zonal is no more a national issue now, because JFF used to have it, but now it is at regional level. KM is doing theirs, West Coast is doing theirs. We started with few teams.
LRR have their final.
So it's like it's a regional issue, and West Coast being one of the biggest and then one of the best leagues in the third division. I am imploring the regional committee, the zonal committee, to increase the teams and strategize it. Because there could be made at least 3 teams. That you can have the Sunchu ward, maybe Kunkujang ward, and then you have Jabang, this thing. Jabang as a zone. So this will mean Jabang, Olyundum, and Tauta could be one. Then you have Nema, Ringara, and Kunkujang as one. All the 3 Sunchus, you make them one. This will now bring in more collective work, and then it will be competition among our very selves, and then this could also mean participation will be encouraged. Because it's too big for you to select a team and make sure all the villages in between see themselves there is going to be difficult. Have an executive in which all the villages, because these are villages, each of them is organizing a tournament of 32, 20 teams, 24 teams. So if you want to bring all of them into just one team, some people feel isolated, and this is why we don't have strength, and the support is always getting diminished. So I am thinking if they are able to decentralize it, this will also help. And then it's all going to be towards the good things about West Coast. Let them also create opportunities. Let them just not think that sport administrators are only within Birkama. If you are a good administrator, sometimes, you know, you try to encourage young people within your region, you know, involve them in trainings, for example, invite them, let them because we are inviting other organizations to capacitize the young people we have, but we are not capacitized. In terms of football administration, I don't think I have attended any training regarding football administration. And that is why anybody I will talk to, I'll tell you, well, if I have what I wish, even if I am to do my master's, if it is possible, I could do football administration. Yeah, we have the interest, and we are at least not layman, at least we are educated, and then football cannot also go without education. Yeah, but then,
so they should know.
Yeah. So I think they need to factor all these things.
Okay.
That, you know, sometimes you give chance to young people to be able to come up, and then one day, they can be able to replace you in what you were doing, and they do better than you were doing.
I tell you, that is it, Alagie, how can we call him? Of course, Sunchu Alagie man, Mr. Honorable Ebrima Marong there with me on Sport 360 Live. Remember, the knockout final is coming up on Sunday, the 8th February 2026 at Sunchu Alagie football field. Finally, the time is done. What's the final one?
Yeah, I'm just encouraging everybody to show up. We have a very big final. We are preparing for it. It is the team that went to the league final and won. It's the same team that is playing the knockout because he made it a double. He said he wants to make history by winning. The history I have at Sunchu is any team that goes to 2 finals lost both. But this team came in and has won 1. He also said he wants to make history to be the first team to go to 2 finals and won both. But the team they are playing against, which is Boston, has never lost a final. Yeah, so they also said they want to maintain their record. So this is going to be Battle of the Titans, where I want to break a record to be the first team to win 2 finals, going to 2 finals for the first time, winning both. I want to maintain my clean record of never losing a final. And then these are all very good teams. So we give you all appointment, and then we see what happens on.
Edward, you have to be there. So get set for your camera and maybe mass video. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Marong. I'm so let me say thank you so much for going.
Thank you, my boss.
And I'm so happy that yes, Ebrima Marong, fondly called Honorable, the chairman of Sunchu Alagie Sport, is my guest on Sport 360. Hope you enjoy it. From me, big time thanks to the studio assistant, of course, my favorite cameraman, Edward Baji. Yeah, let's call it Aliu. Yeah, the ladies at the control room, Sisangari, Aminata, I got Mariam there. And your sweetheart, how you coming? We're coming. Kumis, sweethearty Marong, Kumis.
My sweetheart.
We call him Kumis La Class, And then we have, Nima is there, Tima, and of course, once again, to the one and only Farmer and everybody out there. And then, yeah, we said, Liga, thank you so much for being there. On that note, tune in. We'll be back with more sports for you. On that note, thank you so much. I'm Big Sam. Keep on sporting. Atlantic fofu nonu naka professional anything li ngeen a ñul ci walum xarañ ñom ñoo fi gëna ak quality